Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Arcanum. Before he sets off for Toronto, Mr. Drake is going to take a leisurely stroll around the dilapidated city of Dernholm, so... Spare some coin for an old beggar, sir? Sure, here, take these 10 coins. You're truly a kind man, I thank ye. Okay, I'm departing. No, actually, because he was generous to the beggar, rather than threatening to kick him or something like that, I think that might have actually raised his alignment a bit. All characters start at 0 on the alignment scale, and as you can see, because of his good deeds like defending the bank and helping Arbala, Mr. Drake is a few ticks onto the good side, so he's doing fairly well in that regard. I'm not going to bother talking to the bartender here to collect rumors because there's really only one quest in Dernholm that I'm going to do at the moment, but let's talk to some of the other patrons. Sometimes they have interesting propositions for you, and sometimes they'll just tell your character to shut up and get out of their face. But the first guy here, this gnome villager, he's named Bollinger, and he's a possible recruit. Drake's not going to recruit him because he's a tech character. Drake couldn't recruit him right now, even if he wanted to, because Vollinger's level 15 and Drake's only level 5. You have to be sort of close to the level that of the characters that you're trying to recruit. But let's talk to these other people here. So, a pleasure. What have you heard, madam? Oh, the usual bother, this and that. Oh, did you hear about the Zephyr crash? I don't know anything but just rumors. Have you heard anything? Okay, and based upon his prior experiences with inquiries about the Zeppelin crash, he'll just deny it, so no, I can't say that I have. Well, I guess that's that. I suppose it was a nice conversation while it lasted. Good day to you, stranger. Okay, I'm leaving now. Let's see. What can I do for you? What do you know, friend? I'm just having a drink. Hey, perhaps you're interested in a game of wits. I'll bet you 500 coins you don't know the answer to a question I have. What do you say? Okay, sometimes patrons in bars and inns will make you these random offers to win money. So yeah, okay, Drake is he'd be interested in playing a little trivia game like that, even if it means risking the majority of his wealth. So sure. Elves live about oh god, 1,000 years. Right. Nicely done. Here's your money. Okay, and just like that, Drake is 500 gold richer. So let's go talk to the only woman from whom we're going to get a quest for now, and she is, I think she's located up here. Her house is, I think it's this one. Well, let's see what's in her trash can before we go. Okay, absolutely nothing. Alright, yeah, here she is. Okay. Okay, and she's sobbing. Hello. Is there anything I can help you with? I wouldn't wish to burden a stranger with my troubles. Please tell me, perhaps I could help. The family heirloom has been stolen, a silver ring that belonged to my grandmother. Do you have any idea who could have stolen it? No, it's been missing for years. I fear I will pass before I see it again. When did you last see it? I entrusted it to my son before he died. And when did he die? 20 years ago. I lost both him and my husband to the plague. I've been alone ever since. Who else could I talk to about your son? A man named Archibald was friendly with my son before he died. How can I find this Archibald? He was living down by the docks, last I heard. Okay, I'll go talk to him. Perhaps he knows something. Excuse me. Thank you, kind sir. Okay, I'll return shortly. So this woman has apparently been, pining away in her little hovel for the past 20 years, waiting for some random adventurer to come blundering in and, offer to help. So lucky for her, Drake just, barged in the door, and now he can, try to help her recover her ring. So let's head down to the docks and see if this Archibald fellow knows anything about Gladys's missing ring, and he's going to be in here. And he is a crusty old fart and probably won't be any help whatsoever, but let's go ahead and try. So, yeah, what is it? May I ask your name, good sir? My name's Archibald. What of it? Gladys sent me. She thinks you might know something of a ring? Gladys? Tell that old hag I'll never give her ring back. Never! If you come by here again, I'll have my son Bernard give you a sound thrashing. I can't believe you'd be so cruel to an old lady, sir. You will leave my home immediately, or I'll call my son Bernard. Do you hear me? Okay, I'm leaving. God, he's touchy. All right. Let's go down and talk to his son. A pleasure. Who might you be? The name's Bernard. I work the docks here, what little work there is. Are you the son of Archibald? Yes, why do you ask? Gladys thinks your father might know something about a ring? Oh, not this again. Every month or so, she finds someone to send over here to try to get that ring from my father. This is so tiresome, really. One would think they were school children the way they carry on. What do you mean? My sister and Gladys's son were engaged to be married some 20 years ago. Then the plague came. They both died along with Gladys's husband. The ring she sent you to find here was the engagement ring her son gave my sister. Then why does she say that it was stolen? I don't know. It's some perverse game they've been playing over the last 10 years. She finds someone to come look for the ring, my father yells at them and sends them away. It's really the only contact either of them has with the outside world. Have you tried talking some sense into them? Yes, but I gave up on them long ago. My father doesn't want to hear anything about it from me. He just sits around waiting for the next fellow to come around asking about the ring so he can yell at him. Okay, thank you for your time. Okay, with that in mind, let's go talk to Archibald again and see if we can resolve this, at least somewhat reasonably. No, it's you. What do you want now? Did that old hag send you back here? No, I had a conversation with your son, actually. What did that young fool tell you? He doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. Look, I know what's going on between you and Gladys. What? What are you implying? I want nothing to do with her, I tell you. Oh, I think Gladys is attracted to you. I might have believed that some time ago, but not now. I mean, look at me. Oh, she confided in me that she was interested in you. Honestly? You think she'd talk to me if I returned the ring? I'm sure she'd want to show you her, gratitude. Would you take the ring to her and tell her I'd like to talk to her? Oh, yeah, it would, be my pleasure. I just live for stuff like this. Alright. So let's go ahead and return the ring to Gladys and, see if we can bring a ray of sunshine and joy into the hearts of, these two curmudgeonly old octogenarians. And sadly, I don't think this quest is going to raise Drake's standing on the alignment meter. Actually, if there were any justice in the world, it would raise his willpower, since this has required a certain amount of patience to get through. But anyway, so here's Gladys, and yeah, she's still got the waterworks going. So, I found your ring. You did? How did you find it? Archibald gave it to me along with his regards. He did? How thoughtful of him to think of me. You should go pay him your respects. What a grand idea. I'll do just that. Thank you again, young man. Yeah, good luck with, all that. Alright, and for his troubles, Drake has gotten enough experience to level up, so... Let's see, what is he, level 6 now? I'll just go ahead and put another point into Charisma, so that brings him to a Charisma of 12, and now he can have 3 maximum followers. Okay, before we leave Dernholm for Tarrant, there's just one more person that I'm going to talk to very quickly, and that's this human noblewoman. So let's have a chat with her quickly. Sir? Hello, madam. Might I ask who you are? My name is Liana. Greetings, Liana. Do you have a few moments? What can I help you with? Um, Tell me about yourself, Liana. What's to tell? I'm a Cumbrian. I love my country. I would fight to the death for it using all the skills that my father taught me. I can only hope that someday I'm as great a warrior as he. So you're a warrior. What, skills do you have? My father taught me many things, but I've always been very proficient with throwing weapons, knives, axes, whatever is at hand. Okay, so she's the expert trainer in throwing. That's not really going to be of any interest to Drake, but may I indulge upon you to answer more questions? What can I help you with? I'd like to speak with you about Cumbria. What would you like to know? Tell me of Dernholm. Dernholm? Dernholm was once the greatest city in all Arcanum, and Cumbria its greatest kingdom. Things have changed much since, well, since what? Since King Praetor came into power. His father, King Torin, was a great king and brought much glory to Cumbria, but he died during the war with Tarant, and things have never been the same. Why? What's happened? Many years ago, King Torin outlawed the use of technology within the city walls. Our defeat by Tarant showed us the error of those ways. We buried a great king because of it. Unfortunately, Praetor came to power. The throne wasn't even his to take. What do you mean? Wasn't Praetor the son of King Torin? Yes, but he wasn't the firstborn. I'm sorry, but these things are forbidden to speak of. I've said too much already. I see. Tell me of the war with Tarant. The war with Tarant? It was so many years ago from what my father told me. The dispute was over land. What else do kingdoms fight over? It didn't really matter. Cumbria was strong and the Industrial Council had just come into power in Tarant. It was only a matter of time before things came to war. What happened then? It was a terrible battle. The Dragon Knights were called upon to defend Cumbria, and as always they heeded the call. My father told me of that day. The knights upon their war steeds, dressed in armor of gold and silver, the trumpets sounded and they charged. They charged, wave after wave of the finest soldiers that Arcanum has ever known. Charged directly into the bullets fired from Tarantian foot soldiers. The Dragon Knights never stopped, not once. My father said that the piles of the dead were like great metal mountains rising from oceans of blood. It was a massacre. Who was your father? My father was Warren Peldar. He was the captain of the Dragon Knights, and the greatest warrior I have ever known. From when I was very young, he taught me the ways of the Dragon Knights, and he taught me to love Cumbria, to hold the memory of her former greatness in my heart. Where is he? He's dead. He died 10 years ago. He was an old man, but I think his spirit died many years before that. My father loved Cumbria more than anything, and seeing what the kingdom became broke his heart. Okay, good day to you. This was just a bit of background information that we're going to need to know for a later quest, a quest that's actually going to come up much later. Alright, so before we head off to Tarant, let me just run down here. I've already shown you the follower in the bar, Bollinger. If you come down to this house, inside this house, down here is another possible follower, and you can recruit her right away. Her name is Jaina Styles, and she's a tech character. If you're a tech character, she'll probably be your healer. And what do you know, we also found a pair of shoes for Sog, digging around in the garbage. But anyway, Jaina Styles is in that house, and let's see, here we have a newspaper from Tarant, so let's see what the headline is. Okay. Councilman urges war on Caledon. Alright, this is just a bit of background, hinting at a possible future conflict between Tarant and the city of Caledon. Caledon's a city at the southern tip of the continent that all this stuff is taking place on. It's actually, Caledon is where the Zeppelin originally departed from, the one that Drake was on, that crashed at the beginning, and Tarant was supposed to be its destination before it was before it was shot down. Anyway, when we return, we'll be smack dab in the city of Tarant, which is quite a bit to the north. So, as always, thank you for watching, and please stay tuned.